I'm just making some breakfast before I get Delilah up. Today she has crumpets, which she's never had before, so I'm going to see if she likes them. I, however, I'm not a fan of crumpets. The inside of them creeps me out a bit. I have a bit of a thing about lots of little holes and things like bone marrow and crumpets and certain flowers really do. Today's agenda is go to a spin class, which I've not done for probably a year now. I was doing really well with all my classes, and then at some point last year I started to feel really unwell doing any form of exercise. But hopefully if I take it easy, I've only booked myself onto a half-an-hour class rather than a 45-minute class. Hopefully I should be feeling good after. This is a very crunchy bagel. For afterwards, I have made a shopping list because I need to go to the shops and get these things. And then when we get back, I plan to cook, have lunch, wash my hair, do some more cooking because I would really like to stock up on some homemade meals that I can pop in the freezer. I've always batch cooked when I can. Say for example, if I'm making my lentil dal, lentil bolognese, and any kind of curry or stew, they're the perfect thing to just make more of when you're making them. It doesn't really take much more effort, and then I just pop some portions in the freezer. Today I'm going to be trying some new recipes. Anyway, I'll talk more about that later. Right now I need to go get Squidger, we need to have our breakfast and get ourselves ready.
Just butter in my mouth.
Do you? We're just about to leave and this turned up. I have been waiting for this to be delivered for about 3 weeks now. And this is a coffee press. I can link both of these in the description. When we have people over, we can easily make lots of coffee in one go, and some of us can have coffee from the coffee machine and the others can just have it in the coffee press. Otherwise, when you have sort of more than 4 people around, and usually during Christmas and birthdays we have maybe like 8+ people around, it takes quite a lot of time to pour a coffee for everyone and no one gets their coffee at the same time. So yeah, it's nice to have the coffee press. And then this is our wash basket. I was just going to use that white one that we used to have in the living room with the blankets in, and then I replaced it with the IKEA basket. Put that in the bin for me. Thank you. But ergonomically it was really uncomfortable to carry when it came to taking clothes outside, because there's holes in the bottom of it. I couldn't put it down without our clothes getting dirty on the grass or the ground. I just got a proper wash basket and I really like this one. I'm gonna find some bottles.
Like no man.
Yeah. Got quite a bit of food shopping to get, so I'm taking the rucksack. Take your storybook. Gonna show your friends your storybook?
Yeah.
Okay. Got all my veg, still got time to spare before my class, so I'm gonna get the rest of the shopping. I'm looking for this sauce which I've never heard of before. Well, I've sort of heard of it before, but I've never used it before, so I'm hoping I can find it somewhere here. I'm gonna get some of this chipotle chili paste because I swear I needed this for one of the recipes and I've not written it down, so I'm gonna get this just in case because this might be a good alternative. Finished all my shopping, so I can go straight home after class, which is nice. I thought I wouldn't get anything done before class, but I'm good. Been very organised. how I used to do 45-minute spin classes and do it with full welly. I had to pace myself a bit compared to the rest of the class. But it gave me a good workout, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna get changed, take these off, grab myself a smoothie, cool down, and then head home. My shoulders are killing me. I didn't realise that you can buy additional straps to stop these digging in. So whilst I was on the bus, I purchased some of those. Before I do anything else, I'm going to cleanse my face and get all that sweat off. Managed to get cleanser up the wall. Don't know how I did there. On the subject of food, I ordered an April cold delivery, which came today. I did forget it was coming and it got a bit wet in the rain outside. I mainly did the order for these. So these are a eco-friendly, sustainable rubber glove. All winter I've had really dry, sore hands. I thought it was about time that I probably use these to clean and wash up. Look at that beautiful veg. I'm so confused. I thought this is what I thought I ordered. I don't remember ordering those. Okay. Ordered some sweet peppers. These are really nice to snack on. Got these gorgeous courgettes. I'm just flinging it around. Cucumbers. Apples, because Delilah loves them. What are these? Oh, this is turmeric. Ginger. Carrots. And these bags are compostable. And then we've got a bag of spuds, and I ordered these. This box has seen better days, but I ordered these mini Bakewell tarts. On my list of things to batch cook today are a katsu curry sauce, a red Thai curry paste, and then I'm going to make a vegetable red curry, and a tortilla soup, which is basically a beanie soup. I'm wanting to get into the habit of batch cooking. You know how people meal prep at the weekend for the rest of the week? I'm terrible at doing that. Doug and I have also been terrible. Well, we've never really been great, but we've been really bad recently with planning what we're going to eat for dinners, and we don't decide until that day, and then I just get Doug to pick anything up from the supermarket, and we end up having lots of ready meals. And for my lunches as well, I would usually end up picking, this is the curry that I love and I'm going to try and recreate, but end up picking up things like these soulful one pots, which are 1, expensive, and 2, they come in plastic pots. It's not great. So I really want to get into the habit of batch cooking. I use a recipe for a really nice green Thai curry paste, and when I make that, I'll make lots of it, pop it in some ice cube trays, put it in the freezer. So if I'm just doing it for myself and there's some vegetables in the fridge, chop up the vegetables, put some tofu or corn chicken or whatever I want, and then I just chuck in the ice cubes of curry paste, and Bob's your uncle. But what I would like to start doing is making proper meals that maybe I only need to add some rice to. So I'm going to make a Thai curry paste today. I'm going to make one I've not made before because I just want to mix it up. I always make my lentil dal and I always make a green Thai curry, and I want to try a red Thai curry and a katsu curry. I thought that would be quite nice for dinner tonight. I think a good tip as well for meal planning is, I feel, and myself included, is that most of us think, oh, we have to have some fandangled lovely homemade meal that we make every day, when actually when it comes to meal planning, I have to remind myself that there are plenty of days where we've just gone, oh, we'll just have a jacket potato, or we'll just do this and that, it's quick. Work that into the week when you're meal planning, and it makes life a lot easier. So although I'm going to have a nice freshly cooked lunch today and hopefully a nice freshly cooked dinner tonight, that's not generally how my days pan out. I know a lot of you think I'm super duper healthy. I'm really not. I'm trying to get better. Like I love healthy food, and I know a lot about nutrition and food, but I have a lot of bad habits when it comes to eating junk food. Anyway, let's actually get on with cooking. I will link all of these recipes in the description. The first recipe I'm going to use is from a blog called A Couple Cooks, and it's a vegetarian tortilla soup. It looks delicious. Just in case I don't like it, I'm only going to make the recipe. I'm not going to double it because it already serves 4, and then I can have a portion today and then freeze 3 portions. But in the future, if I really love it, I'll do more than 4 portions. Yellow onion, green pepper, garlic. I picked up a can of black beans, but I need 2. So instead of using 2 of those, I'm just going to mix it up and do kidney beans and black beans. We also need chopped tomatoes. We need oregano and cumin. I need to sort this drawer out a bit. I can't find anything. Okay, we've got ground cumin and do we have oregano? I usually have everything, so I always just assume that I've got what it wants, but I don't know if I've got oregano. Thyme, or you know, that would do. That would do. Use these mixed herbs. It's got oregano in. Let's get this onion chopped. I read somewhere that you should keep the offcuts to things like onions and celery and any other carrots and any other veg, because it's good to freeze it, and then when you've got enough you can make your own stock. I've never tried it, but I'm tempted to give it a go. I'll do it in here. I'll do it in here for now. These stashes are so good. I'm going to pop the offcuts in here, and at some point, I don't know when, I'll try making my own vegetable broth. Any suggestions on technique on making your own vegetable broth, do let me know. I'm guessing you just boil it all together and strain it. Let me get those on. Go with it, the recipe says to, oh, these are a little bit stuck together. So to take a tortilla, I've got these seeded ones, whole wheat seeded ones. Oh, that's not grey, is it? There we go. To take one of these, to brush it with some oil. And then get a pizza cutter, chop it in half. That was very satisfying. Then make somewhat thin strips from it. And then we're going to pop these in the oven with some salt and let them crisp up for 10 minutes. Going to add lots of coriander. I know lots of people hate it, but I love it. Add a few of these and I'll just have the rest on the side. Need to add a dash of lime, so I'll do that in a second. And garnish with some radish. Doesn't that look pretty? Since I found this recipe last week, I have been craving this. It tastes good. It gets a thumbs up from me. You know, sometimes when you see a recipe, it looks nice, so you make it, and then it just doesn't taste nice, and you think, what did I do wrong? This tastes really good. I did add a bit of paprika, smoked paprika. I'm gonna stick on a YouTube video whilst I eat this. Not forget the lime.
Kind of hard to pinpoint. It's hard to really observe if you're not paying attention. You can easily push the symptoms under the rug, but then there are the times when it's just impossible.
On to round 2. I think the next thing I'm going to make is the red Thai curry paste. The recipe I'm going to use for this is by Minimalist Baker. This is the ingredients list, but honestly, since making my own green Thai curry paste, nothing beats it. I will never use a jar because the taste is amazing. I can't vouch for this one because I've not made this one before, but let's see what it's like. I need to toast the seeds. So we've got coriander seeds, cumin seeds. If you've got ground, then just use ground ones, but because I've only got whole peppercorns, I thought, well, if I'm gonna have to do this for the peppercorns, I might as well do it to the rest of the spices too. But if you've got ground, then skip this step. It explains that all in the recipe anyway. Just toast these for a few minutes until they become fragrant. Whilst they do their thing, everything else now just gets chucked into the food processor. Let me quickly grind up the whole spices in my pestle and mortar. We've got red bell pepper, lemongrass, got lime, which we need to juice and zest. We've got lemon just for the juice, green onions, garlic, ginger, chilli, and I think I'm only gonna add 1 chilli because I really don't like super spicy food. Some salt and some turmeric. I do have fresh turmeric, but I can't be bothered to faff around with it, so I'm just going to use this instead. And then we've got the spices and some coconut sugar.
Le vrai charme des gens, c'est le côté où ils perdent un peu les pétales, c'est le côté.
There we have it, all the ingredients are in there. Time to whisk this up. Now to make the red Thai curry. I can't make too many portions because I don't have much Tupperware to freeze stuff in. I popped the soup into these. There's a 2 portion there and 2 single portions for me for lunch times, and we only have these ones left. I have lots of little storage containers, but none that are for putting a large amount of food in the freezer. I just haven't been able to find any that have taken my fancy. We just have the like 24 piece or something IKEA set, and it's really not that great because half the lids don't fit on properly. I find that these big ones are just too big to do with more that are gonna fit like a 2 serving size in. For Delilah, I usually freeze stuff in here, and that's usually a good portion for a pasta sauce. Once I do find some, I mean, recommendations welcome. I've been trying to find some more environmentally friendly ones. Once I do have a bit of a system with labelling things, and I need to organise our freezer. Once I've got all that in place, it would be good to do a proper video. I saved this label from this Soulful One Pot Thai red vegetable curry. I really like this and I thought I'd try and remake it. So I looked on the back to find that it has red peppers in. So we've got red pepper. It's also got aubergines. I picked up an aubergine. What else? Got carrots in the fridge, and it's got sweet potato. And I didn't get any baby corn. That's the one thing I forgot, baby corn. I might get Doug to pick some up for me. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop paste into this jar. I'm going to pop it in the fridge, and I will make the curry later. It smells and tastes just like a red Thai curry, which I know, surprise, surprise, eh? But, you know, it generally tastes like the red Thai curry I get from the Thai restaurant in our town. Very happy with this. You don't have to use it to make a Thai curry. You can use it to cook fish in. It would be really good with prawns, or you can put it on some cod, marinate tofu in it, chicken in it. Gotta run up and wash my hair, otherwise it's not gonna happen. Oh, it's such a mess up here. I've got like 3 days worth of Delilah's clothes on the floor. I'll pick those up later. Let's go make a Cashew curry sauce. Had the carrots and the onions softening for about 10 minutes. Just added the garlic and ginger. We cook those for another couple of minutes. Oh, and this recipe, by the way, is from the BBC. We're going to stir in some curry powder and some turmeric. Delilah's going to be home in about 10 minutes, so I need to hurry up. I'm an absolute mess today. I've got tomato all over my top. I've got, I don't know if you can see that, I've got green on my trousers from where the radish leaves are rubbing up against them through my net bag. Okay, once the spices are warmed through, add the coconut milk and honey or maple syrup. I'm gonna use honey because I don't have any maple syrup. I need to get a can opener. I'm so used to the cans having a... And then we're done. I just need to let this cook. Amazing, just in time. I hate to say it because I really didn't enjoy myself in that spin class. I feel good for it, and I've made some nice food which I always find so therapeutic. I love it. I always say this, it's my therapy. Really enjoy cooking and most importantly eating it. And at the same time I've now got quite a few meals backed up, which is a bonus. Yeah, I'm feeling good and productive. I'm going to ignore all the mess that's upstairs. I was just about to say, that looks like the colour of a Cashew curry, and obviously this will get blended up once it's cooked through. But I don't know why I keep surprising myself, because that's what I'm making. Leave that covered, simmering for 20 minutes. This little one's just gotten home and spotted her new swimming goggles, because you kept saying you didn't like the water in your eyes anymore, so I found these. Will I help you? Not quite right, but we'll figure them out. You want to see? Dog's home now. Delilah and I have been chilling. I always like to hear about her day. It's so nice now she's old enough to articulate what she's been up to during the day. She tells me all the stories of what her and her friends got up to. It's really sweet. On to the last leg of cooking for today. Earlier I chopped up these veggies to make a quick relish to go with our dinner tonight. I also chopped up this veg which I will use to make the vegetable red Thai curry later. These I'm just going to pop into the bowl. The recipe I had said to use rice wine vinegar. I couldn't find that anywhere, so I have white wine vinegar. Should work the same. Cool! Don't you look cool? I do a little bit more carrot. Before I pop anything else in, I'm going to pop some on Delilah's plate without this on, because it might make it a bit too tart for her. We'll see. Give her the option, and she also won't like the radish. I mean, I can give her a couple of bits of radish, but I doubt she'll eat it. These are all the recipes that I ripped out of the recipe books we had up in the loft. I meant to do this and put them all in a folder before we move, and then I can organise them in this folder when I've got time. But yeah, anyway, I was inspired to do this katsu tonight from this cut-in that I have, but it says just use ready-made katsu sauce, but I wanted to make my own one, so made my own katsu sauce, but I'm using the relish recipe. Now Doug and I have no excuse to make a meal plan for at least a few nights every week, and also all the recipe books I have. Anyway, stop waffling, Rhiannon. Relish, 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 relish. It says best before the 1st of 2019. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to 2 tablespoons of this. It's a lot of sugar. No, I'm just going to do half of that. Spoons of sesame seeds. I need to buy some more sesame seeds. I'm almost out. 1. Pinch of salt. Mix it all together. In the oven, I have, it needs to be me. I have some aubergine roasting for the curry later, and I have these corn crunchy fillets. These are really good. I love these. Now this has cooled down, I'm going to blend it up. I was going to do it in the food processor, but I realised the NutriBullet would blend it up smoother. I do have a handheld one, which the recipe says to use, but I hate using them. I always end up getting it everywhere, so it's easier to use this. Yeah, quite a small portion. I wish I'd made a little bit more. It's difficult because Delilah won't eat a whole portion, so Doug and I just kind of sacrifice a little bit of our rice and a little bit of chicken. Dinner went down well. Even Delilah liked it. I ended up putting a little bit more. I ended up putting some chilli. There's no chilli in the recipe in ours, which I'm not a huge fan of spice. I can only do a tiny bit, and even I wanted to add chilli to it, and there still wasn't enough. So I think in the future it's nice. But in the future, I would maybe put some more curry powder in. It really depends on what curry powder you have. Onto the red Thai vegetable curry. I need to cook these. I'm not sure how to do it. I don't really want to cook them in the coconut milk, because ideally you just want to warm up the coconut milk. You don't want to boil it, because that's when you lose that lovely coconutty taste. I'll roast the veg. I should have done that earlier with the aubergine. I'm going to roast this, because I find if you boil it, just makes it taste a bit bland. I'm not really using a recipe for this. Well, I kind of am. I've got a BBC recipe, but it's pretty basic. You know, cook your veg, cook your paste. This is going to be a little bit of trial and error, but the recipe says that it's 2 tablespoons. Well, I think it doesn't quite clearly say how much to use per portion, but I think it's 2 tablespoons per serving. I'm going to make a serving of 4 and then freeze the rest of the paste for future use. I know this looks a lot. You wouldn't add this much if you were buying it ready-made. These are lime leaves that I've had left over in the freezer. I'm going to pop some of these in. They are a bit better fresh, but these were going to go to waste, so I put them in the freezer and they still smell amazing. These is what I personally think makes Thai curries taste like proper Thai curries. They're really good.
That is a chicken.
Huh?
That is chicken.
Good girl. Ivy? Oh, well done. Oh, I can see a bit of that. message. Night night. We've been doing hair, if you couldn't tell. Let's get this curry finished. In goes the baby sweet corn. Oh, and I got a sticker. The sweet potato, peppers and carrots. Oh, and aubergine. I'm gonna half it and I'm gonna freeze half of it how it is, and then the other half I'm going to add these tofu pieces in. They're from the M&S Plant Kitchen range. In here I have the fish sauce that I use for the green Thai. How many times can I say green Thai, red Thai, green Thai, red Thai in one vlog? This is what I use when I make the other paste. This is a vegetarian fish sauce and it really picks the flavours up, but it is very salty, so you're better off adding a little bit at a time and tasting it and adding more if you feel like you need it. Give it a taste. Add a teeny bit more. Gonna let that cook. So kind of 5 minutes, take these leaves out and then pop it in the containers and we'll be done. Got myself some yogurt and fruit with strawberries from the garden and another one of those mini bakewell tart things, and we're going to watch Good Girls. We've got, I don't know, we're halfway through it at least, aren't we? And then I need to get everything in the freezer. We're gonna head up to bed in a second, but I need to, well, that didn't get that out of the way, did it? Let's bring you around here. Still have this bedding put on. It didn't dry last night, so we just slept with the duvet and mattress protector. We have pillow and mattress protectors on our bed, so we just slept with those. I probably should make the bed tonight, and I need to put these in the freezer. So we have the soup, we have the katsu curry. These pots make meals look so small, but that's definitely for 2 people. This will be a 2 portion. These lids don't go on properly. This is why I don't like the IKEA ones. I do like the IKEA clippy glass ones. But yeah, these are rubbish. I'm gonna have to take these down. And then the other half I'm going to put in the fridge, and Doug and I can have that in a couple of days for our dinner. The curry paste, I'm going to pop in these ice cube trays. I got these from Lakeland when Delilah first started weaning. Here I have some herbs in butter. I just grabbed a load of herbs from the garden, melted them in butter and froze the rest in these trays. So I'm going to pop these in with the other, this is the green Thai curry paste that I make. I'm going to just pop them in with these in this stasher. I need to get more of these stashers because they're really good. And then I'm going to fill this tray with this. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Bye.